All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Should be fixed. Okay, awesome. So, what's up everybody? Episode 3 here of Coaster Cafe. As I was explaining before before I had my mic on, um I am not feeling the greatest. I have a cold. Hi. I have a cold right now, so I'm a little sniffly and congested and things like that. But I will do my best here and we're going to have a good time. So like I said, like we did in the previous show, we're going to start off by discussing coaster related news and just discuss various topics that may come up. Then after that, we're going to do a short trivia section for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then after trivia, we're going to do the Q&A. So that's going to be the end of the show is going to be the period where I just take all kinds of questions from you guys and try to answer them as best as I can. And just so you guys know, I noticed when I ended my last live stream, right as I ended it, I saw a comment from somebody saying, "Why are you ignoring my question?" And this was a person who had been asking questions for like the whole live stream, and I answered several of their questions actually. And I was not intentionally ignoring any questions. So just realize that I have fun with you guys and I try to keep up with everything as best as I can. I may not get to everything. I'm sure you guys understand that. So, with all that being said, let's get into the show. So, to start things off, I am actually drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee right now, one of my favorites. Um, I have the coaster mug I have this week is my fairly new lightning rod mug. I have water in it this week though. I have plenty of water in here with me since I'm not feeling the greatest. So, I'll be drinking lots of water and some Dunkin' Donuts coffee tonight. Coffee is my favorite drink as well. So, hello everybody. How you guys doing tonight? All right, so drinking the Dunkin' Donuts coffee and as we sip on that, we can start talking about we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Hey, insane coaster junkie. Hey, all of your fans. Stop stealing my stream. All right? I'm telling you, you guys come over here. You guys leave his stream and come over here, okay? He's stealing you guys from me. You guys need to come over here. But insane coaster junkie, he's a cool guy. Go check out his channel. He's doing his live stream right now. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to join at all tonight before I got on for mine. But I wish him the best. So, we have a lot of news to talk about here. A lot of stuff's been going on in the past week since our last show. Um, hey Chris, Foster's. Okay, nice. I wish I had some Foster's right now, but not the best idea since I'm not feeling the best. So, the first thing we're going to talk about tonight, BGW. What the hell is SeaWorld doing, guys? What the actual heck is SeaWorld doing? I mean, holy crap. So for 2021, we have these permits filed. Um, Basically, in 2021, it appears that Busch Gardens Williamsburg is getting a multi-launching shuttle giga coaster manufactured by Intamin. I don't know if they're going bankrupt. We have yet to see any detrimental effect of these large additions. I have heard some things. I haven't looked into it for myself, but I've heard people say that they're actually not investing quite as much into their parks now as they used to. They're actually spending about the same or even a little less. They're just spending money differently. That's what I heard. I'm not that well educated on the financials of SeaWorld. So I can't really comment on that. I don't think they're not going bankrupt. Um, there's no confirmation for the actual name of Drakenspeyer, That would be cool if they did name it something like that. That was just the name that they came up with for the concept that they made, though, based on those filings. We don't actually know what the name is gonna be. We have no idea. Yeah, the multi-launch. Well, are you talking which multi-launch are you talking about? Are you talking about Pantheon or this one coming 2021? That's the crazy thing, right? I mean, we have 2 Intamin multi-launches in back-to-back years. It's just like it's ridiculous. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but people aren't really complaining about it. I mean, I'm fine with it. Like, I think I did a whole video about it, kind of detailing my thoughts a little bit. I think it'll be great though. I think that 2021 coaster looks insane. It's going to be really intense, and I'm excited that we have Intamin working on these large scale projects in the U.S. again. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. If they name it Drakkenspire, it would confuse the public and make them think they're just redoing it, says How to Play Everything. Yeah, I could kind of see that. I don't think they'll actually go with a name that sounds similar like that. Like, like we said, that's just a name that was used for that concept rendering made by fans. So, yeah, hopefully yeah. Oh, Cyberfox, good to see you on here, man. I know I talked to you that one time. That was cool. Yeah, I hope it's more reliable than Top Thrill for sure. We can only hope. We can only hope. Well, another thing is with Pantheon, they have the 2021 coaster, but Pantheon is apparently done with vertical construction. As far as I know, I did look at some aerial images that bgwfans.com posted, and it definitely looks like it's pretty much complete as far as vertical construction goes. It looks awesome. I mean, Pantheon looks amazing. I think Pantheon will be the better ride out of, that and the 2021 coaster. I think Pantheon will be better, but it'll certainly be interesting to see those 2 coasters back to back. So, all right, the next thing we're going to talk about on a less positive note, this is pretty awkward. After talking about BGW and all these amazing additions, we have to talk about King's Dominion. The Crypt is leaving King's Dominion. I got to ride this last year in 2019. Actually, I rode it once when I was there. It's the only top spin, the only Huss top spin ride I've ever been on, and I thought it was amazing. I mean, it was super intense. It was crazy, and it's really unfortunate that they're taking it out. And it was themed really well. It looked really nice in the park. It was unique. It's just King's Dominion is losing this stuff left and right. And it's Busch Gardens, less than an hour away, is putting in all of these amazing, huge intimate editions. Like, they're just blowing King's Dominion out of the water. And if things keep going for each park at the rate that they are, um, I don't know how well King's Dominion is going to do in the future. I think Cedar Fair is going to have to make a lot of important decisions with the park really soon, and they're going to have to do something to really make themselves stand out. I know that the parks don't really necessarily compete real aggressively. I don't think they more like coexist and serve different markets, and I still think they're doing that fairly well. But if they keep taking and taking and taking things from King's Dominion, and they're not replacing, it with anything major, I don't know how well that's going to do for them. So let me know what you guys think about that. People are 24/7 roller coasters. People are saying that they think those 2 rides at BGW were supposed to be combined into, like, 1 ride. There's no actual evidence of that, it's just a theory. Nobody really knows that. Yeah, same, Coaster Lover 2001, like I just said. It's not really confirmed, but people have tossed that idea around. Tim K brought up a pretty good question. Um, is it a Giga if it's not full circuit? Superman Escape from Superman Escape from Krypton never considered even tallest because it wasn't full circuit. And yeah, that's I don't know. There I feel like that's a whole nother discussion that I don't even want to jump into right now because I would consider this new BGW coaster a Giga. And technically that means Superman Escape from Krypton is a Stratocoaster. And it is. It's a Stratocoaster. Um, we can't have double standards here. So, I mean, I think the BGW one, I would absolutely say it's a Giga, even though it's not full circuit. Cyberfox. I don't know about Michigan's Adventure. King's Dominion still has to take away a lot before they get down to that level of you guys. I did not read the Google slide from Cedar Fair. I may have. I think if it's what Amusement Insiders did a video about and he was showing those slides in a video, then yeah, I saw them. If that's not what you're talking about, then no, I haven't seen them. What's with the Millie shirt? It's a Millie shirt, man. That's what's up. All right. So excuse me here. Okay, so the crypt is leaving King's Dominion. And then on another note, as far as another ride leaving Cedar Fair, um, Vortex demolition has begun. Yesterday, all we've seen so far as I know, is they have everything going back from they demolished the station. Unfortunately, that very historic station is gone. They demolished the station of Vortex, and from the station all the way back through the second corkscrew. So that last part of the ride is all gone now. Um, saw pictures yesterday of the demolition, and I was looking at the Kings Island live cams yesterday, trying to see if I could see more of the demolition. But at 3:08 p.m., shortly after I started watching, actually, they stopped that live cam, and it hasn't gone back up since. So, um, I don't know why they disabled it, but I'm sure a lot more demolition has occurred, in the 24 hours since that webcam was disabled. So Vortex is biting the dust officially now. And apparently, I was reading on Screamscape earlier to go along with that. Apparently, Vortex trains were sent to Carowinds so they could use them on Carolina Cyclone. And this would make the second Carowinds coaster that has Kings Island trains because Firehawk trains were sent to Carowinds as well for Nighthawk use. So kind of neat, I guess, using those trains for parts, if you can call that neat. Um, yeah, Coaster Lover 2001. That's a good point. Going back to King's Dominion. You said what's funny and kind of ironic is that King's Dominion at one point had 4 launch coasters and were the launch coaster capital of the world, but now they only have 2. In 2021, the neighbor park, Busch Gardens Williamsburg, will have 4 launch coasters, which will give them the title of launch coaster capital of the world. More launch coasters in one park than any other in the world. Yeah, that's a good point. I also heard somebody else say that as well. Really interesting. kind of sad too to you know seeing Volcano and obviously Sonic's been gone for a long time. That looked like a great ride. Wish do kind of wish that was still there. That looks pretty incredible. Cyberwolf, yeah, the Vortex plot of land would be a prime raptor spot. That'd be really awesome to see a RMC raptor there, or even a T-Rex. I mean, they're still developing the T-Rex model. I think it's going to be a while before we see one at a Cedar Fair park, at least. I think we'd be more likely to see one at Six Flags first, but it'll be pretty amazing when we do see that T-Rex. All right. So yes, we've talked about the vortex demolition. And like I said, this might seem kind of silly to some people, but I know a lot of others have suggested this too. It kind of sucks that um it sucks that they didn't save that station from Vortex. If you guys aren't aware, that station was originally used for the original bat at Kings Island, which was the very first aerodynamic suspended coaster, which was at Kings Island for only 3 seasons, from like 81 to 84. And So that station was originally used for the original bat. And so it had a lot of history, and that plot of land is kind of like a coveted, piece of historic land in the park, because excuse me, because of the history that they have, of those aero coasters there. Now Vortex is gone, and that station is gone, and I'm sure that they're probably gonna finally get rid of those old bat footers too, because there were actually still some footers from the bat on that piece of land, which was kind of cool. You could still see some of those. And I mean, they're taking those out too. There's no, it's not like they're going to keep around some footers for, us enthusiasts to geek out over. Oh yeah, Cyberfox. You bring up a good point. Kings Island has had the very first and very last suspended swinging coaster. Yeah, by Arrow anyway. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, Kings Island by Arrow. Yeah, yeah. Kings Island holds a lot of history. I mean, it's a really historic park, even though it's only been around for not even 50 years up to this point. That's a really significant, not that any of us don't realize this, but there's a lot of history in that park. And I love Kings Island. So you guys probably think I sound like a Kings Island fanboy right now. But it's all good. All right, so there's something else that I want to talk about as well before we move on to the trivia portion. Something small, but also kind of really exciting too, is Iron Gwazi. The trains are now on the track. So I would imagine they'll start testing that sucker pretty soon. I can't wait to see Iron Gwazi testing. We haven't seen any kind of POV or anything yet. So I'm really looking forward to what that is going to look like. I mean, as it stands, it's RMC. It's going to be phenomenal no matter what. Um, but man, that ride could hold a lot of potential. It could be one of the best in the world. So really looking forward to seeing test runs. And Cyberfox, have you been on King Cobra and Son of Beast? Michael says there's a roller coaster manufacturer named Metal Park. They should be renamed Heavy Metal Park. Yes, they should. Yeah, it's kind of strange that we haven't seen a POV, but I don't know. It's things like that have happened before. Whatever. We'll see one soon enough, I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, so okay, you have written those. That's awesome that you got those credits. That's pretty cool. Um, oh, let me ask you, Cyberfox. Was King Cobra located where Diamondback is now? Because I've tried looking in pictures to see where exactly it was in the park. Is it where Diamondback sits now? Where King Cobra used to be? I think Iron Gwazi should have been named Dog Fart Coaster. Absolutely. Yes, I'm glad you guys have taken on to the dog fart coaster. That should absolutely um there should be more coasters with that name for sure. Tim K's been on every coaster at Kings Island except Bavarian Beetle and Son of Beast. Impressive, impressive. Oh, okay. King Cobra was where Son of Beast and Banshee are kind of. Okay. I was way off the mark. Thanks for that info. I was always kind of curious. All right. So I'm looking at Screamscape as well, and something else too we'll throw in here is this is from today actually. Apparently, Shanghai Disneyland is closed until further notice to prevent the spread of a very contagious virus. Um, so let's see. This is the deadly Wuhan virus. Wow. The disease originated in central Chinese city of Wuhan has already left dozens of people dead and more than 800 infected as it spreads throughout Asia and as far as the United States. Wow. That's kind of scary. That's really scary actually. I heard somebody talking about that the other day. Um that's bad. Well, who is ready for trivia? Oh, nice, Cyberfox. You rode B&M's very first coaster, Iron Wolf, at Six Flags Great America. Nice. And now it's Firebird, the floorless at Six Flags America. Yeah, very scary for sure. Who's ready for trivia? You guys ready? Put your thinking caps on. And like I said last time, close that RCDB tab. I see you guys, and I see those RCDB tabs open, and I'm gonna wait till they're closed. And not to mention, there's two questions. Only one of them you can find the answer on RCDB. So, all right. Well, here goes nothing after a drink of water. All right. So, this question for you guys. Please wait until I ask the full question to answer it, okay? Let me read everything first, real quick. Jumbo Jet at Cedar Point, which was a Schwarzkopf Jetstar 3 model, operated at Cedar Point from 1972 to 1978. In the 42 years since being removed from Cedar Point, it has been moved to 5 more parks and is still currently operating in present day. Where is Cedar Point's Jumbo Jet currently located? It can either be the country or the park name. Because I think they're both pretty difficult and out there. So, yes, Coaster Father. That's right. Yes, it is a park in Belarus. That is correct. Belarus is a country in Russia, but the park, which I shouldn't even try to pronounce it. It's like Chile Uskintsev. Yeah, I'm totally butchering that. It's ridiculous. It's like ChelyskinTsev Park. It's in Minsk, Belarus, which Belarus is a country in Russia, like I said. That's where Cedar Point's Jumbo Jet coaster is currently located. So that's really cool. It's still running even in present day. It looks like there may have been a period. I think like the second park after Cedar Point that it went to, it looks like it was just kind of maybe stored there because RCDB doesn't have any data about it operating at that park. So it looks like there may have been a period of a few years in like the late 80s or so where it didn't operate. But it's pretty much consistently operated, ever since opening at Cedar Point in 1972, and it still operates today. So it's been at that current park in Belarus for 5 years now. Opened in 2015 there. So yes, Cyberfox, it is still called Jumbo Jet as well. That's another interesting thing. Every installation of it has been called Jumbo Jet. So at each of the 6 parks, including Cedar Point, it's always been called Jumbo Jet. So really nice, really nice. Jolly Roger. Yeah, we got Michael spinning the facts here. Yep. You're right, according to RCDB. Fact checking you here. Okay. Did any of you guys here actually get to ride Jumbo Jet at Cedar Point or in any of its locations, really? Did you guys ever get to ride Jumbo Jet? Let me know how that was. It looks like a really cool ride. My dad got to ride it actually. He said it was fun. I mean, he probably doesn't remember it real well because he was so young at the time. But yeah, I wasn't either Coaster Cactus. I was I'm only 25, so anybody in here get to ride a Jumbo Jet or even one of that exact model? Yeah, I'm only 25. People seem to think I'm older a lot. Yeah, Marcus, I'm glad you guys still have Whizzer as well. Looks like a great classic Schwarzkopf. Your grandpa wrote it, okay. Tim K, even you're not that old. How old are you, Tim? Care to share? Oh, okay. Gary T, you rode the one at Seaside Heights in New Jersey. Okay, that's cool. There aren't a lot of those around anymore. A lot of those Jetstar 3s. All right. I think it's time to move on to our second trivia question here. Hope you guys are enjoying this, by the way. This is fun for me anyway. All right. So, on August 3rd, this is the second trivia question, by the way. Okay. So, on August 3rd, 2018, American rapper and record producer Travis Scott released his third studio album. This album in question is named after an amusement park that unfortunately shut down in a very unfortunate set of circumstances. What is the park that Travis Scott named his album after? So, the name of the album by American rapper and record producer Travis Scott that came out in August 2018. It's named after a defunct amusement park. Do you guys know which park that is? It's also the name of the album. So L Cyberfox, you love Disaster Transport, though it was a fun ride for sure. I'm really happy with Gatekeeper, I love the wing coasters, I don't really miss Disaster Transport that much, but I do miss it a little bit, it was a fun ride. I preferred Avalanche at, King's Dominion myself, actually. Coaster Lover 2001, you were at Kentucky Kingdom on August 3rd, 2018, awesome. Okay. It was his album is not Geauga Lake, no. That'd be pretty sick though if a rapper came out with an album called Geauga Lake. How cool would that be? So Travis Scott, American rapper and record producer, came out with an album August 3rd, 2018, named after a defunct amusement park. Good guess, Marcus. It is not Jazzland though. It is not Action Park. Astro World. There we go. Astro World. We have the winner. Coaster Lover 2001 just barely beat Winton there. Yeah, Travis Scott has an album called Astro World, came out on August 3rd, 2018. Um, let's see what he had to say about it here. um, says the album title is named after the defunct theme park Six Flags Astro World, which was located in Houston, Texas, prior to its closure in 2005. In a 2017 interview with GQ, Scott spoke on the title of the album. They tore down Astroworld to build more apartment space. That's what it's going to sound like taking an amusement park away from kids. We want it back. We want the building back. That's why I'm doing it. It took the fun out of the city. Um, yeah. So kind of cool. We have a rapper that's representing Astroworld there. I don't know. I don't know if a lot of you guys have listened to that. I What kind of music do all you guys like to listen to, by the way? I'm a metalhead at heart. I listen to several different styles of hard rock and heavy metal. I also like some like top 40 type like pop music though, and some rap as well. Very small bit of country every now and then. I'm really picky about my country, and it's very every once in a while. I barely ever listen to it. Queen, okay. Cyberfox, everything except death metal. Okay. I love melodic death metal myself. I'm a really big fan of like melodic death metal, like In Flames, At the Gate, Soilwork, that type of stuff. Strictly Queen. Wow. I couldn't imagine only listening to one band. Yeah, my favorite band is Trivium. They're a band that formed in 2000 in Orlando, Florida. Kind of like metalcore slash thrash metal, influences of like melodic death metal and stuff like that. Kind of diverse sounding. All right, Tim K, you like Zeppelin? Oh yeah, Led Zeppelin is awesome. Cyberfox, I don't think you would appreciate a lot of the stuff I listen to. But that's fine. We all have different tastes here. I like lots of different styles of music. To me, if it's good, it's good. I enjoy lots of music too that isn't objectively very good. Like it's probably not very good at all, but I don't care. I enjoy it. I listen to it. Like it doesn't take a whole lot for me. I love catchy stuff. Just like Kyle said, catchy music. I love I love a good hook, a good melody. So yeah. Gojira. Okay, good stuff, Michael. Good stuff. I've heard a little bit of theirs. I think I listened to one of their more recent albums. Very good band. You like music with a good tracking? What exactly do you mean by tracking? I'm not quite sure. Almost impossible to get info on roller coasters beside the internet. I think probably because the internet, we don't have a lot of other resources like books and stuff like that anymore. If that's what you're talking about, because roller coasters are such a niche, a niche thing. It probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to like publish a book nowadays. They're still out there, but not as prevalent as they once were. My favorite band is Trivium. You like Meshuggah, Metallica, Megadeth, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Rings of Saturn. All great stuff. I approve. Good stuff, Michael. Meshuggah is just brutal as hell. Freaking bleed. It's just ridiculous. Um, Metallica, good, very mainstream, simplified thrash, but very good. Metallica's great. Megadeth is like one of my favorites. That Megadeth is really good. Pink Floyd, I've never been the biggest on them, but I appreciate what they've done. Okay. Odessa, which is a lot of electronic mixed with pop, mixed with modern house. That sounds really cool. Maybe I'll check that out. Sounds really cool, actually. So I like hearing new music. So going to the Kiss farewell tour. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Imagine Dragons, Fallout Boy, Coldplay, One Republic, and Post Malone. I enjoy a lot of Post Malone stuff. That song he did with Ozzy Osbourne is really good, actually. Post Malone's pretty damn good. All the other ones I could kind of take or leave. They're very hit or miss for me personally. Yeah, Rings of Saturn is brutal as all get out. Very brutal. Very good musicians though. They're very good at what they do. Very Rings of Saturn is very technically proficient on their instruments. So just crazy shredding everywhere. Very talented guys. Can you get an Instagram shout out? I don't really do shout outs, but go check out Roller Lord on Instagram, everybody. There's your shout out. You should feel special because I never do shout outs. He's got good coaster picks, he says. So I'm sure he's not biased at all, right? I do not use TikTok. No. Do you use TikTok? No problem. Lucas Mann is a Jesus God Muhammad Siddhartha Gautama guitarist. Okay. He's really good. Very good guitarist, yeah. I haven't listened to a lot of Rings of Saturn, but I mean from what I've heard and videos I've watched of him playing, he can really play. So Gary T, good taste. Judas Priest or any heavy metal from the 80s. Yeah. I love 80s metal. Well, not like the glam side. I'm not a huge fan of like glam and stuff like that. But if you're talking about 80s metal, like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, I mean Megadeth, yes, it's all the way. All the way. Good taste. Yeah, Judas Priest's album that came out last year was surprisingly good. I mean, that was really good for a band that's been going for 50 years. Winton Harrell asks, when do you think King's Dominion is going to take down Anaconda? What do you think they'll replace it with? Well, I think it's a bit early to start talking about what they might replace it with since hasn't even been announced to close yet, but I think it's going to happen pretty soon. I think either this season or 2021 will be the last season for Anaconda. Um, I think we're just going to keep losing rides at King's Dominion. There's just a lot there that is kind of, getting out of date and unpopular. Anaconda is probably going to be the next to go, and it's either going to be this year or next year, I think. Anaconda should be replaced with a modern Vekoma looper. I would be all for them putting like a Bermuda Blitz or something like that in that plot of land, like Let Coaster. That'd be freaking amazing. Is Cedar Fair going to do that? I don't think they will, but I would be all for it. Absolutely. I would say even keep the tunnel from Anaconda and have the new coaster drop through that tunnel because that tunnel is awesome that goes underwater. Um, a B&M flyer over the lake, yes, that would be sick. The bottom of a pretzel loop being inside that tunnel. Oh yeah, I don't know if they could pull that off exactly with a pretzel loop, but yeah, that'd be amazing. When do you guys think Anaconda will be leaving King's Dominion? What's going to be the last year for Anaconda? What do you guys personally think? How to Play Everything says good news is that after King's Dominion removes Anaconda, there is maybe Avalanche and then no more removals for like 10 years. But Grizzly wouldn't be a bad idea. Um, I kind of get that, but I think there are other things they could remove. I think Anaconda is another one that might only have a few years left, unfortunately. Um, I could also maybe see the log flume going at some point. Other things I'm not really sure, but I hope Grizzly stays. Hopefully they maintain that. Oh, Evan Frank, good to see you finished 3 of your first videos for your new coaster channel. Awesome, awesome. Um, are we able to watch them yet, or I'm guessing you haven't posted them. You're probably just getting like a library set up to start off. If you would like to, you could send me them so I could watch them, let you know what I think. If you care to for me to do that. If not, it's all good. Just but yeah, good luck, man. I'm glad you're getting that going. So 2021, 2022, 2022 at the latest. Yeah, like I said, I think either yeah, I think 2022 at the latest. The very latest sounds about right. Yeah, Nushi. I love I enjoy Grizzly too. I hope it stays for a while. A- Evan Frank says Anaconda does have a good color scheme. I wish I could agree with you on that. I do not care for that color scheme personally. Not a fan of it. It's a cool looking ride, but they aren't uploaded. Okay. Yes, Coaster Lover 2001. I hope King's Dominion gets a mock multi launch. I agree. I don't know if they will. It'd be cool though. If there was a coaster themed to Meshuggah, Rings of Saturn, and Black Tongue, what would the experience be? Just go ride Grizzly. They already, yeah, they have Grizzly. Just go ride that. Anaconda's I-305's drunk older bro. I can kind of see that. They could bring Morgan in and save some of these arrows. Something interesting about Morgan though is they've never done a coaster with inversions. I'm sure they could if they wanted to, maybe. They've never done it though, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they don't have any coasters with inversions. And Cedar Fair is just it's not going to be worth it for them to put that kind of money into those rides. If they just kept like the same layout and just retract it, like it's basically going to be the same ride. It's just not worth it, you know. Cyberfox, good luck with that trip. Kings Island, Dollywood, Carowinds, Dominion, Dorney, Candywood, Hershey, CP. Yeah, I'm doing a trip in early June. We're supposed to be going to starting off with Great Adventure in New Jersey, and then Hershey Park, Knoebels, Dorney, and then probably like Waldemere and Conneaut on the way back. Really looking forward to that. So Grizzlies, your number three at King's Dominion. Wow, my number three at King's Dominion is Dominator. I love Dominator. Do I like Fury's color scheme? Oh yeah, Fury's color scheme is amazing. Do you like it? Yeah, yeah, Cyberfox. I'm really stoked because Knoebels and Hershey Park are two of my bucket list parks. They're really up there. And El Toro, Sky Rush are my number one and two bucket list coasters, and Phoenix is a really high bucket list coaster for me as well. So I'm really excited for the trip. Marcus says everyone wants to see American Eagle get the RMC treatment, but I think the GCI retracking is a better option. I would like to see that so they can preserve that classic coaster. I don't know if that's a huge ride though. I mean, it's like over 5,000 feet long. It's huge. And there's two sides. I don't think they're going to want to put that kind of money into retracking it when they can't like market it as a new ride. I think it's either going to get RMC'd or demolished. I would like to see it stay as a wooden coaster, though. Oh, Evan, you're going to Disney World. Okay, that's cool. I was at Disney World when I was like 3, so I don't remember it. I don't have any of the credits there, so. Do I think they will GCI or RMC Hurler at Carowinds? I don't think they're going to RMC it at any point soon because they've been retracking portions of it pretty frequently from what I've heard. And when I was there in 2019, there was a pretty big section of like the turnaround after the drop that was retracked. And they also had a trim brake there on right on the first drop to kind of help maintain that as well. So that tells me they're trying to keep it in good shape and probably won't be RMC'd at any point soon. Am I going to Candemonium Media Day with Derek and Evan? I don't think so. I've never been invited to any media days. I've never been to a media day. And it's pretty far drive, so I don't think I'll be going to media day for that. Tim K would like to see a park turn an otherwise demolished Aero Looper, turn it into a Hyper GTX style ride. Yeah, that would be cool if they like converted it into something like that. I feel like it would just be more worth it, Joe, though, just to completely demolish it, maybe, and just start the Hyper GTX from scratch. But I see what you're saying. I don't know why more parks have not gotten those Hyper GTXs. Lightning Run um looks like a fantastic ride. Winton, we have no idea. Why does Six Flags just let Six Flags America run so poorly and get so neglected? And they have that huge population. That part could have a lot of potential too, really. Do I think that the last Togo in the United States, Big Apple coaster, will be demolished and or replaced anytime soon? Um, I'm gonna say I think it has at least another 5 years. Um, I think they'll try to keep it running as long as they can, and because they're making tons of money off that ride, I feel like, so they're gonna keep it as long as they can. And once it goes, I feel like there's probably not gonna be another coaster in that spot. I don't know. Very true, Tim. They could save money on station, lift hill, and brake run. Yeah, I mean that adds up. Yeah. Did I miss Lightning Rod on my trip to Dollywood? I did not miss Lightning Rod. I got 6 or 7 rides on it actually. I'll be doing a review of that at some point in the future, so be on the lookout for that. I'm pretty excited to do that review whenever I get to it. So it's gonna be a little while yet. Saving it for last, for obvious reasons. Six Flags America, Six Flags version of Michigan's Adventure. Yeah, I agree, Cyberfox. I would say so. America gets more than Michigan's Adventure does. I mean, they got that big, that pendulum ride, the frisbee in 2019 at least, which is a major thrill ride. Oh, you've been on Big Apple? I think it looks pretty cool. I definitely want to ride it and see how it is. Like $15 to ride. Oh, 17. Okay. We don't know when Iron Gwazi is opening. If I had to guess, I would probably say April rather than May since they do have the trains on it now, but I have no idea really. Kyle, I'm going to Six Flags Great Adventure in the second week of June. I don't know exactly what day yet. We haven't fleshed the plans out that fully, but second week of June, um, sometime in that second week. So, Evan, I am planning on doing a video about the B&M Surf Coaster. It's going to be one of my next videos actually. So I'm excited to do that and hear about your guys' thoughts on that. If you, Derek, and Evan went to Cedar Point together one day, I'd be down to meet you. Okay, that'd be cool. I like meeting up with people and seeing people at the park. That'd be cool for sure. I've thought about maybe kind of doing some kind of meetup at some point in the season. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in doing some kind of meetup, even if it was just like 3 or 4 people or whatever? I mean, um, I feel like I have at least a few viewers who go to Cedar Point a lot. So Iron Gwazi should be open for spring break. Awesome. Do I think Europa Park is overrated? Absolutely not. I think it looks amazing. I'd rather go there than a Disney park or even Universal, I would say, probably. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll try to do a meetup at some point. I don't know how I'll organize that. It'll just be like a, casual get together. No fast lane. I never use fast lane. So if you guys are going expecting to jump into fast lane with me, But yeah, I'd be down to do some kind of meetup. Awesome, Cyberfox. I could meet you in person. That'd be great. I mean, we could meet up whenever too. Like if you want to message me somehow and Instagram or whatever. Or Brandon, you get a hold of him too. So get my info or whatever. Okay, cool. I'll try to do that at some point, guys. Do some kind of meetup. Yeah, Max Force looks amazing. I can't wait to get to Great America, Six Flags of Great America, and ride that. You're a mechanic, can't afford a fast lane. I can't afford a fast lane either. So, okay, cool. Is there any? Do you guys have any other like different kinds of questions for me that you want me to answer? Like, besides like roller coaster related questions, you guys can ask. Just so you know, you guys can ask me whatever if you want. I don't know why I'm throwing this out there randomly now, but um, okay, what's your question? That stinks, coaster lover. Yeah. I'm going to Great Adventure in June, and I know Jersey Devil's not going to be open. So, what coffee is death? At work, there's this. No, 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 no. Actually, I talked about this on the last show. Days in Pigeon Forge, the coffee they have in the machines there is absolutely terrible. Do I hate crying babies? No, I love babies. The bat, no doubt. What got me into coasters? Cyberfax asks. If you want a little bit of a more in-depth story about what got me into coasters, I actually my 500 subscriber video from a few months back, I go into a little more detail, but I went to Cedar Point quite a bit when I was younger. My mom and dad would get us season passes like every other year basically. And at one point in like 2005 when I would have been like 10, I was just looking at all these coasters running and I would have never thought about going near them. But on one visit, I just got to looking at them and I was like, you know, I should try one of these. And I remember like looking at Gemini and stuff like that. Like I could probably do that. And I ended up hopping on Blue Streak and I was scared to death when I got on it. I almost jumped off, but it was too late. They dispatched it. I went around. It terrified me, but I was fascinated with coasters from that point on. There was a period of about 10 years where I lost interest. I was only interested in coasters for like 3 years or so. Then I lost interest. Then I started getting back interested in coasters in like 2017. So, what do I think the interval for dispatching a train 30 or 60 seconds? Depends what ride you're talking about. Some are way longer than that, unfortunately. I do not play Rocket League. I don't play any kinds of games. I've never been a video game person, actually. So, favorite coaster by Intamin, Maverick. Sorry, no, 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 no. Sorry, I 305 is my favorite coaster by Intamin. Second's Maverick. I have met a couple coaster YouTubers. I met GP coaster enthusiast, or no, GP coasters. I met GP coasters at Carowinds in June, and I met Parks Bros when he was at Cedar Point. I met One Train Apps Logan and El Toro Ryan. Um, who else have? Oh, Insane Coaster Junkie, of course. Um, if I forgot about anybody else, I apologize. I can't. I think that's it though. There was a guy on Twitter I met in line for Lightning Rod at Dollywood. Thrilling Moments Photography. He's on Twitter. I met him. Nice, nice. Well, guys, I'm going to be ending this live stream now, I think. Um, as usual, it's been fun. It's been great communicating with you guys and talking about all kinds of fun stuff here. I know. I'm just, like I said, I'm not feeling the greatest and my voice is just getting kind of, I'm kind of, my throat's kind of hoarse sounding and yeah, I'm just we've been going for a little over an hour, so that's pretty good. I wouldn't mind. I would keep going, if I was feeling better, probably. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Thanks, Tim. I will continue to rest and take medicine and stay hydrated, so I'll be feeling better soon. But you guys have a great one. Thank you for joining. This has been episode 3 of Coaster Cafe. So see you guys on the next one. Bye.